I
Forget every time.
What's that? I forget too a bunch, but luckily I'm getting at least one of the anatomies. All right. So there was a request for me to make a couple changes. So I want to make sure that everybody is aware of these changes on these Quizlets. So first of all, let me increase this in size a little bit here. Okay, so one thing that I did was I had McKenna Rickert take, or I took pictures of the hand, and then she colored the individual parts. So this is the distal phalanx, and she felt like it was easier to just color them all purple using notability like this. So when you start studying like the parts, so who's my hand in here? Okay, this is gonna be real key for you. Okay, and for everybody else. So here's the middle phalanx. You can see, okay, this is colored purple there. Here is the proximal phalanx right here. She just colored one, but all of these are proximal, all of these are middle, all of these are distal. And then this is these are the metacarpals. So you can see this little purple one right there, but this is also there too. Okay, so what's that mean for the carpal bones? Okay, I will teach you like a quick little memorization tool to help you with these, but I put them in order as they're listed in most anatomical books, so anatomy books. So it goes scaphoid, lunate, triquetrum, pisiform, and then over here is trapezium, trapezoid, capitate, and hamate. Okay, so she has like highlighted those. You can see there's the lunate next, right next to the scaphoid. Okay, triquetrum. Okay, right next to the lunate, and then pisiform right here. So this is on the one that's specific parts. This is not what we're testing on Friday. Yeah, we're gonna try it. If on Thursday, please let's do it Monday, Tuesday. We'll talk about it. Some bone names, so ulna, skull, and that kind of stuff. Not these things. Okay. Now there was a request, and so I did this and made sure that everyone knew the difference between cervical vertebra, okay, the thoracic vertebra, and the lumbar vertebra. Okay, so look at the sizes of those, right? Lumbar is giant. There are 5 of them. Thoracic is 12. Okay, there are 12 of them. They're in your chest, and then cervical is 7. They're smaller. So let me just quickly. I'm going to grab these so everybody can make sure you can see these side by side. So where and I can grab yours here. Okay, thank you. I grab this one. And Leon's got, thank you. I'll clean them up here in a second. So when you look at these, okay, I'll make sure Matthew, you can see these as well. Okay, so this is the cervical. Okay, it's tiny. Okay, this is the thoracic. Okay, it's medium sized. And this is the lumbar. It's a lot bigger. Okay. I think knowing the numbers also helps. I don't know, at least it helps me. So let's try this. I'm going to say cervical. I want you to say 7. Okay. Then I'll say thoracic. You'll say 12. I'll say lumbar. You say 5. Okay. Y'all with me on this? Okay. Let's, what's that? Yeah. So there's 7 cervical. No, this is all, I'm just telling you. 7 of these. 12 of these. You with me? And then 5 of these. Okay, you ready? Let's try this by clapping. Okay, everybody clap with me. Just like this. Here we go. I say cervical. You say 7. Cervical. Cervical. I say thoracic. You say 12. Thoracic. Thoracic. I say lumbar, you say 5. Lumbar, lumbar. Okay, good. Now let's kind of go the other way. I say 5, you say lumbar. 5, 5. I say 12, you say thoracic. 12, 12. I say 7, you say cervical. 7, 7. Okay, good job. All right, now let's keep going. This time, let's go a little bit faster. You ready? Stay with me. I say cervical, you say 7, cervical, cervical. I say thoracic, you say 12, thoracic, thoracic. I say lumbar, you say 5, lumbar, lumbar. I say 5, you say lumbar, 5, 5. I say thoracic, you say 12, thoracic, thoracic. I say 12, you say thoracic, 12, 12. I say lumbar, you say 5, lumbar, lumbar. I say 7, you say cervical, 7, 7. I say cervical, you say 7, cervical, cervical. Woo! We did. I don't know where the accent was coming from there. Okay, there we go. I don't know. It just seemed right. All right, let's do a little Quizaliver here. So this is the test on Friday. Okay, practice test. Everything that you're doing right now. Matthew, you joining me on these too?
My Quizlet does not work.
What do you mean it doesn't work?
It just takes like 15 hours to load.
Because do you have crappy internet out there?
Well, I mean, everything else runs fine.
All right.
Here, since it takes forever to load, I'll just make one loading before class starts. So in case you do one that day.
I have no idea. I have no idea what you just said, Matthew.
Okay.
Is it important? What'd you say?
Oh, I was just saying how I'll start at loading. I'll get a Quizlet loading before class starts. So if you do one, it should hopefully be loaded by then.
Okay, man. Let's try that. We'll see what happens. Okay, come on. We have more than 14 people in here. Ainsley, don't be the last one. I can't believe it. It's a Christmas miracle. Who else are we waiting on? Anybody else? Jackson, are you in? Jackson, you in? Kaysen, you in? Nice. KK, get in there. KK. One more time, then we'll stop with this. Somebody get him. No offense. Raven, it says. Raven, I won't let you in. Okay. All right. Real quickly before we shift gears, does anybody have any issues with like the way like certain zones like are you all at least getting like the differences between the ulna, right, and the radius? If you look at these two bones together, well, number one, they're the same size because they are in your forearm. Okay, but the ulna, has this nice little U shape. So that's kind of nice because the ulna, there's the U. I had this student a long time ago, this kid named Brad, who's like, he's like, oh man, that's like my Aunt Ulna. I was like, you really have an Aunt Ulna? Like, cause some people like, Caitlin Hippensteel's grandma her name was Oris Hippensteel. And the reason why it was Oris Hippensteel, her mother was a nurse and she named it for the mouth muscle, the orbicularis oris. So it's like the kisser. I thought that was kind of sweet. So it's like, do you really have an Aunt Ulna? He's like, no, I don't. I was like, what a weird thing. But for some reason, it stuck with me. So whenever I see his bone, I think of Brad and his Aunt Ulna that didn't exist. But there you go. And then the radius, of course, does not have that U shape next to that. Okay, but these are two bones that are often confused. The other bone that sometimes people can get confused, not because of the way they look, okay, but because of the name. Okay? Now listen, hey guys, I'm not going to let you sit back here. Yeah, what's that? We're talking about the one next to them, but they weren't. Yeah, not you. Yeah, sure you were. All right, now listen. So people always ask me about the spelling. Okay, spelling never counts except on this one bone because people kind of mess it up sometimes. So we have in our leg the tibia and the fibula, right? If you put fibia, I will count it wrong. If you put tibula, I will count it wrong. That is too far away from, okay, it's tibia, fibula, okay? Right? Okay, so you hear me now? Okay, I know I don't count off the spelling. So if you spell tibia like Tibiaee, I don't know. Like I don't know how you would spell tibia wrong because it's pretty easy. But like, yeah, there you go. You put a Y in there. I like that, Alion. Okay, but you gotta make sure you know those two bones. Okay, for the spelling part. Okay, tibia and fibula, right? Okay, there you go. All right, real quickly, here's what I want you to do. Just some quick little show and tell. This will be kind of the last time we show and tell at least our bone names, because then eventually what we're going to have is going to have our actual bone parts. Okay, so all I want you to do, bring up your bone and just show everybody scapula. Okay, here's the scapula. Here's what it looks like. Okay. If you want to say scapula in your head or out loud, you can't. But the person showing the bone, show it, kind of move here so everybody can see it. Okay, y'all with me on this? Shouldn't take too long. I don't want to waste our time doing much more of this, but I want to make sure you're knowing the sizes of these bones, okay? All right, go for it. Thank you.
Scapula. Can we just stand up there and stick it up?
Sure. Well, I mean, just as long as everybody sees it. I'm afraid like some people can't see it.
Hey, why do I have Emma bone? Emma, this is my bone. This is the scapula.
Yeah. Just kind of let's snake it around.
Okay. I have the hand.
You would be surprised how many people, this sounds stupid, but so many people mess up the hand and the foot.
Wait, how are the people on the camera gonna? That's a giant hand, right? You didn't even think about that.
I didn't, thanks. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Can they see
thanks. Yep, there you go. Yeah, how about that? Okay, great. Abby, yeah. You're okay. You just want to show it from there. Thoracic, okay, that's fine. Or lumbar, sorry, lumbar vertebra. Okay. Maddie? What the heck? You can stay back there if you really want to. Humerus, great. Actually, come up here. They can't see us on the camera that far away. Thank you.
Where's the humerus?
Great, thank you.
Can you find it?
Yeah, we'll get to it in a minute. Yeah.
I have the sacrum and the coccyx.
Yeah, you have to both of them. And in the Quizlet, they actually say like the coccyx is labeled for you, so that's the easiest Quizlet ever, right? But the sacrum's not. Yeah, so fibula, not tibia.
Wait, what?
No, you got it. Show the camera real quick. There you go.
I'm the left pelvis.
Nice. Oh, look at that outfit. I like that.
Right.
Were you going to a dance?
No, I was going to state swimming.
Oh,
but it got
nice.
canceled.
Oh.
It was gonna be the last one I was gonna be able to go to for age group state.
Oh, dang it. That's jerks. Hmm. All right, Gavin, you're up. Yep.
I have the skull. Pretty easy. Not all the parts, but yeah.
Okay, let's do the girls in the back. No, the way back first. Bella, then KK, then Aliala. It will go Ainsley. Okay. Yeah, come show Matthew.
Hey Matthew.
Hello.
What's up?
So,
Bella's always concerned about other people's health.
Hey Matthew. Are you ready? I have 2 bones for you.
oh yay.
Rhyoid and patella.
Perfect.
Intriguing.
Oh.
Yeah, sure. Just show the camera. Show the camera, will you, real quick? That's really most important. Cool. All right, Liam, you up? Thoracic. He's thoracic. Yeah.
Okay, I have the ulna. This is the ulna, Matthew.
Just Matthew today.
Matthew.
Yes.
Femur. You're so confident on that too. I have the femur. Why did you say femur? That's so funny. That's so cute. You know the femur is this giant one in your leg, right?
Humorous. I did double take for a second. I was like, wait. Yeah, I heard it and I was like, that's not humor. I was writing this.
Nice. And last but not least, okay, great. Thank you. All right, everybody shut your Chromebooks for a few minutes. I want to talk about just
I can't do
a
that.
few slides here. What was that, Michael? Or I mean, what is that, Matt?
Michael. Whoa. Wait a minute. My name is not Michael.
I don't know why I said that.
I kind of can't close my Chromebook.
You
So-
can't. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to. All right, folks, stick with me here for a few minutes and talk for about 10 minutes here real quick. All right, now listen, we've been talking about, so you just withdraw your bones. And yesterday I told you the story about how, I got to dissect that baby Dalmatian. Now, we started looking at, I'll tell you later, it's kind of a long story. We started looking at some of those roots, and yesterday, very nicely, we've got the correct answer of hypochondriac, right? Knowing that we've talked about chondro before. The chondro is below the, hypochondriac is below the cartilage. So your stomach is in that left upper hypochondriac region, right? So we started to look at these two terms, blasts and sites. So if we know both of these are chondro, so both of these are cartilage, okay, what's a blast and what's a site? I got out my handy prefixes appendix that some of you wanted copies of and looked up blast. And blast, by definition, is embryonic, immature, and formative, okay? So I want you to think of those chondroblasts as like baby cells that are eventually going to become adult cells, which are the chondrocytes. Now I'm going to show you the next picture, and that kind of explains all of these things, but there's some key terms like lacuna and matrix and perichondrium. If we want to break down perichondrium again, we could go peri and then chondrium, so it's cartilage, and then peri. If I were to ask you to go around the perimeter of the school, where would you go? Yeah, around the outside, not like you're not walking the halls up and down. You go outside and you walk around it, right? So that's how cartilage is as well. So I'm gonna put my screen up here for a second, and I've already drawn a few of these. This is a sagittal cut, so we cut this so that we're looking kind of through the cartilage. And I want to point out the cells that I've drawn, and then I want to draw out a few more. Okay, the eyeball itself is the lacuna, and I want you to think of the lacuna matana. Okay, lacuna is like a cave that the cell lives inside, but this looks more like a bowl because we cut that sagittally, right? So when we cut through that, you're seeing basically half of that. The other part of that cave would be up here. Okay, are you following me? So let me draw a cell so you actually see, which one this is. So this is the cell right here. and this is the nucleus. This is the lacuna around it. Okay, so once again, this would be the cell nucleus, and this is the lacuna around it. All the stuff kind of in between is matrix, and that's a general anatomical term for stuff that surrounds the cells. Now, think hard about this because you actually do know, even though this is a different picture, what kind of cartilage this is. Yeah, okay, I heard you somebody say it where you were going to get that too. It is hyaline cartilage. Good job. I'm incredibly proud of you on that. It looks almost like those piggy noses, right? Okay, and so we've got those cells that live inside those little areas. Now, what's interesting about cartilage is it can grow adding new to the top. So here's those blasts. Okay, so these baby cells are going to be making these kind of cells, the regular old cartilage cells. This is the perichondrium that surrounds the outside of the cartilage, and more baby cells will come up right here. It will also grow interstitially, so it'll grow out or within in that. So cartilage is pretty amazing stuff. All right, now when you look though at just bone itself, okay, what is bone made of? Bone is made up of organic and inorganic components. Now, instantly when you hear the word organic, you may think of like, Burnworth only eats organic food because he's a dirty hippie and he only goes to like farmers markets and doesn't eat food with pesticides. That's not this kind of organic. Okay, all right. Organic and inorganic go together. So what's organic? It's got to have one element in it. Yeah, it's got to have carbon, right? It's a living thing. It's a carbon-based thing. Inorganic, that's where we're talking about those non-living things. Like even though this has carbon in it, it's coal. Okay, it's not the same. It's not that carbon to hydrogen bonds. Okay, and so inorganic, think minerals. If I show you this next slide, this is kind of a cool thing, and if you want to try this at home, you can do this. I don't know if you got people that are into like eating tons of chicken wings, but say you go to B Dubs, you get a bunch of chicken wings, and you eat the meat right off the bone. You got bone in, right? Not boneless. You got to eat them like a real bird. Okay, and so you clean that meat off, then take that bone and put it into vinegar. Okay, and leave it for like a week or so. And that bone, all of the minerals will be removed and it becomes rubbery. You can bend it and it won't break. It's really kind of cool. And the longer you leave it in there, the more kind of rubbery it makes. I did it once in the classroom and only once. Anybody guess why I only did it once? Too stinky, way too stinky, right? All right, the other one though is without collagen, okay? So collagen is the organic, okay? Inorganic is the mineral, okay? And this has something to do with this kid. You may know this kid president, okay? And this kid, okay, brick from the middle, okay? You guys know the middle, okay? So I don't know if you know anything about those two guys, but I want to show you this trailer to this movie. Some of you may have seen it. Maybe some of you are not, but one of the characters in this movie also has something in common with Kid President and Brick.
Hi. You're in the emergency room in the Philadelphia City Hospital. I'll ask you some questions. Where were you sitting on the train?
Against the window.
In the passenger car?
Yes.
You're certain you were in the passenger car?
Yeah. Where are the other passengers?
Your train derailed. Took a curve too fast. A second train collided with yours after it derailed. The debris spread over 1 mile.
you looking at me like that?
There are two reasons why I'm looking at you like this. One, because it seems you are the only survivor of this train wreck. And two, you don't have a scratch on you.
I know what's going through your mind right now. You're searching for meaning in all of this. Know one thing. 131 people died so you could finally understand the destiny for which you were born. Are you ready for the truth?
Pretty good movie. It's the trailer of this movie. It's pretty good, but also there's three of them. This was the first one, and then I think Glass was the second, and Split was the third.
No, Split is the second.
Oh, Split is the
Glass
second.
is the combination of all.
Okay. I actually haven't seen the other two,
I haven't seen any of them.
but everyone says they're really good. So Samuel Jackson here, his character, and also Kid President and Brick all have something in common, and in that they have a condition called osteogenesis imperfecta. Okay, now what does that mean? It means their bones are incredibly breakable because of the lack of that collagen, okay, of that organic material. Doesn't mean you know, like, I mean, look at these people like Brick, you know, real life character. It's not like he's in a, you know, just walks and everything snaps, right? Okay, but a very interesting condition. That is genetic, by the way. So you would be born with that condition. Okay, so when we look at bone matrix, it can change. So I want to end today with this. So we had chondrocytes, we had chondroblasts. We're now moving to osteoblasts and osteocytes. What do you think osteo means? Bone. You're correct. Okay, it means bone. And all of you, I think, in this room have at least heard of like osteoporosis. Has everyone in here heard of osteoporosis? Okay. Typically, it's in women. Okay, and older women who have more fragile bones, and there's a wide variety of factors like iron and things like that. Okay, but there are some drugs that will help that. Okay, so osteo is bone. Okay, once again, blast is embryonic, cytes is cell. So this osteoblast is a baby cell, right, that becomes an actual bone cell. Okay, you all with me on that? Okay, osteobone, chondrocartilage. Okay, any questions? All right, that's all I got. Parkinson's? Oh, that's a great question. Parkinson's is a brain thing.
Yeah, because I had a customer last time. He came in, he was like shaking really bad. He asked for like a box.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what that is. Like,
Yeah,
why doesn't
so it's a nerve thing.
Yeah, he couldn't eat his food.
Right. Yeah, and so there's still a lot of research trying to figure out how. I just saw an article, ironically, this morning, where they're using light therapy to try to improve the shaking with Parkinson's.
Yeah, I feel so bad. You don't want to apologize.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm so sorry. Like,
Yeah.
I don't hate your food.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like throwing it everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring the box.
Parkinson's is like the shaking, and then Alzheimer's is like the forgetting. Okay, but both kind of similar brain things.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, hey, if you didn't put your bone back, put your bone back. Thank you. Jackson. Sure.
I think osteochondrial, that means osteochondrial, that means it has something to do with both bone and cartilage.
Yes. Hey, all right, Matthew. You good?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, see you later, man.